Hello YouTube, welcome to Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. I'm Ronnie Humphrey as always. Thanks for joining me today. You are not going to believe what we are going to do in the shop today. Yeah, we're going to work on the truck some, but we are going to pull the motor out of a $250,000 1964 show car. So stay tuned. While we're waiting on the 64 Chevrolet to get here, Buddy and I are kind of playing with this truck a little bit. The goal today is to try to see if we can get this thing mocked up in the front end and see if we can get some fender hangers put on. We got to get the carburetor and stuff back on it first. So let's get to that and we will go to the next step while we're waiting on the 64 to get here. We know these pieces here go together and they match up.
Got to bolt them together because this has got to go up there. This is going to determine a lot. The hood has got to match through here, and we may have been, it's got another deal. This has got to be twisted a little bit to get the fenders to be square. We're going to have to grind back to where we can put the fenders up against there.
Mm-hmm.
See, that line should be already there. See, it's there. That line is there. The fender's got a touch right there.
Okay, we've got this front end, and this kind of give you a better idea. It's the exact same nose piece all the way
See, they've
everywhere.
already, this nose has already been cut down. From where this center would this be to here, see the difference between here to here?
Yeah.
This nose has been cut off like 2.5, 3 inches all the way around.
Yeah. And like Buddy, they did all this notch here, and you can still see where it was cut. We're not worried about that right now. The main thing is we want to get this bar put in to locate the fenders, but you can't do that unless you have the hood on and everything square. So. But I want to get up here and compare. It is definitely the same nose, and you can see again where they just trimmed this out right here, this piece right here. So anyway, I'm just thankful we have his truck here to look at.
Support is right here in the corners where it corners. It's got washers underneath here to pull it tighter.
Okay, that looks good. Closer than what it was. I got the truck moved out of the way for the arrival of the 64, and can't wait for y'all to see this car. I told them all I'm gonna do is just hand the wrenches to them. I'm not gonna touch it. So I get everything swept up, but he should be here in a few minutes, and then once we get it on the rack, then we'll move the truck back over here. I got some stuff I want to do to it. We got some new NACA ducts. A friend of mine in Dallas had, and I got to repair this one. I'm embarrassed to tell you I ran over this one, so crushed it. So we're gonna fix it back up. And we got one for the window as well. So we're gonna try to get these in today possibly as well. But making progress. Okay, Buddy got the holes drilled out, and they're perfect match. You can see we're lined up back there on both sides, in front to back. So these need to be, I guess, come out a little bit larger, Buddy, or
Yeah, I just did it to where it would stay real tight.
that way you
And
can.
I put rubber hoses underneath of it to kind of set the depth of it.
All right, good. Yeah, now we'll just, it sounds like building blocks from here on out. Well, it sounds like our 64 Chevrolet is here, so let's kill a little bit of time here, so we'll get this finished up and show you this car. They made it up here, and the car costs this much, you back it out really, really, really slow. I've been waiting to show you all this. The car is unbelievable, all the etching on it. All right, so I got to show you this. This is the new A-frames that's going to go on the car, and it was amazing. These are actual stock A-frames that are actually lengthening, and then boxing them on the bottom. That's just incredible. How much does that A-frame cost?
$2,500 for 4 of them.
Oh, shoot! I ought to get a couple of them. Yeah, run them on a dirt track car. Trying to figure out how to get the thing on the lift, because these 64 Chevrolets have the X-frame goes actually in, so that's gonna be a little trick.
Has the frame been plated front to rear on this?
This is a convertible frame, so it has those 4 extra mounts, but it's not boxed. You know, the Canadian frame is boxed in the back.
I did one 30 years ago for some people in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
They were going to do that hopper thing or something where it bounces.
Yeah,
and,
you reinforce
and
it. Yeah.
they had put 2 frames underneath of it and broke them.
Yeah.
Okay, as you can see, we got the 64 over on the 4-post lift. I don't know why my wife don't want to say hi, but the way this frame is made on the 64, it's just, plus it has a lot of batteries in the back, so by the time we get the motor out of it, it was just going to be teeter-tottering too much on these. So I did want to take a chance to let you look at some of the undercarriage of this car. Incredible. Drain the fluids out of it now. Crazy, all the etch work. Okay, you see Buddy's got, we spliced into this other 3/4 inch square tubing and sleeved it. And then, so what's your plan here?
We took a
sleeved it.
off piece of rod, we'll put it in here, weld it, and then this will go in there to give it the strength rather than butt weld it.
Yeah, then you ran this a little long.
So we can cut it off. I don't know where this nose is actually going to end up, but I have to have these on there to mount the hood.
Yeah, you get the hood in the right spot. Oh, Okay, we set the hood off, and Buddy's gonna just set these on the same plane as there, right, Buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
We'll get the little level.
with level, and we use the straight edge, either one. Then the angle back like the other one, like this truck over here does. So should be pretty easy to do. I'm gonna go ahead and try to lay out these NACA ducts here. Got one for this side here. The old one that was in it was just all rusted, or just not rusted, just corroded and real fragile. So we'll replace it. I took it out, it was all broke up. We'll have to paint it. The first thing I'm gonna do, I've never done one with it actually in position before. So with the window, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it with the window in there. And we'll just vacuum out the stuff, trash and debris we get in it. Let's see if we can get this laid out first. All right, I got this vent cut out. It took a little while, it took a little longer than what I was hoping, but I want to do it real careful so we didn't get anything on it. And it looks pretty good, very smooth. Now we'll paint this. I should have been painting this while I was working on the other side, but we'll paint this up and whoop, and get that in there, and that'll be good. Buddy's making hood pins now over here for the truck, and it's going to be, like I say, we're letting these run wild, as you can see. But we'll get this, try to get this located today if we can. Making progress back here on the 64. They almost going to pull the motor and transmission both out of it, but make a little progress there. So keep on struggling here. All right, Buddy's got this looking really good. Are you happy, Buddy?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna match once it's painted. It'll look better than it did, you know.
It looks better than just a radiator sticking out there, that's for sure. You got your holes already identified for the other hood pins. So looks good. I'm gonna taping off my NACA duct here. We're getting ready to paint it, and it's kind of a slow process.
We're doing something back and then it went backwards.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way we work. We work backwards. But
Okay, now I want to take the hood off. That looks in the center. Is that in the center? We need to go that way just a hair more.
It's actually in the center, but I don't know about. We may have to tweak the hood pins a little bit, because you got gap over there. Not much on this side as far as this piece here, but we can adjust that.
But I want to know if this matches pretty well in the center there.
That, you know, if you push it to the right,
Left, you mean?
yeah, well, your left, my right, but yeah, then that fixes both your sides. There you go. And now that's in the center of that Chevrolet sign down there.
Oh, that's good shit.
Okay, now with the hood off of it, you can see where this will be cut, just like on this truck here, where it'll be cut out, and that'll allow the nose to go backwards. All right, we got this notched out now on the nose. That side over there is pretty close. See, on this side we got a lot more notching to do, but just want to do a little bit of time. It's a lot easier to take out than just put it back in. Matter of fact, you can't put it back in, but it's pretty close. We almost got the 64 motor ready to come out. You talking about tight? That is tight. We took the distributor cap off of it and was just able to get enough room to get it out. And should be able to come out now, and we'll drop transmission off for the motor, and that'll be a good deal. All right, it's looking pretty good. Nice gap there. Everything lines up with the contour of the hood all the way across the front. Perfectly level that way. This goes back just a hair here. That needs to be ground just a hair right there, buffed out. But I mean, that's a lot done today. That was a lot done. Putting her to bed. Well, there's the little 327 that's been pulled out of the low rider. As I was saying earlier, that's a $250,000 car. And I'm scared to death having it in my shop, but nonetheless, it's safe and sound up there. We got a lot done on this truck. I mean, a lot done. We got to weld up the hood pins on each end. We put a 45 on each side. The front end's put together. Actually, we could hang the front end pretty easily from here. And then once we get it in position, then we would obviously build a bumper behind it, get all that done, and then mount the fenders. We got a lot done on that. I tell you, I was so busy back and forth trying to help Buddy and help on the 64 back there. I did get my NASCAR put in. That turns out pretty nice. It's got a little vent there to catch some air to get in. I just tie strap that to the roll cage, but that'll be good for what we were trying to do. But somebody was asking about, you need a Humphrey Racing sticker. Well, actually we had some. I put that on today as well in the center. We've got some more decals got to go on the bottom down here for some of my local sponsors. We're going to go right here as well. But we'll got to put the NASCAR on this side for these air hoses. And real pleased with where we're at. We've got some oil leaks I'm chasing, but we're going to take this thing and go play with the track here pretty soon. But there you have it, another busy day. Well, I appreciate you guys watching as always. I'm wore out. It's been a long Saturday, but we got a lot done today. Main thing's helping my friend Doug get the motor out of his low rider. And it's going to go to the motor shop. Matter of fact, it's Ape Engines, the same people who just redid the motor in this truck. And remember, he was Alan Kowicki's main motor builder, so I think he can handle this little 327 back there. But as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. And we'll see you next time on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. God bless you. Take care.